guys, welcome to my channel. So first and foremost, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that is subscribed to this channel. We have officially reached 1,000 subscribers, and I am so incredibly grateful to be able to be on here and inspire you and give you ideas or whatever. This is awesome. I didn't actually expect it to ever get to this point, so I'm incredibly grateful for that. So today I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling about a trip that we took back in July. So I'm running a little bit behind. I had a lot of stuff going on, and then the giveaway and blah blah blah. So I am officially journaling again, and I haven't journaled in quite some time, and I'm sorry about that. But this journaling process will be super quick. I'm just going to journal about our trip to Florida. We went to Steinhatchee, Florida. If you're from Florida, I apologize. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but we went scalloping out there and we had loads of fun. And I am actually like super terrified of the ocean, and every time we go to the beach, I'm like, I'm not getting in the water because there's, you know, like big things in there, and I'm like kind of out of my element in the ocean. So I've always been terrified of getting into the ocean and swimming out there. So this was a big deal for me because I actually went out and basically like deep sea dove for scallops. I mean, like it was like 6 feet deep, but still it was in the ocean. Like there were stingrays swimming by. It was the ocean. And so I was super proud that I had like faced my fears and went out there. So yeah, so my sisters were there, and we went with my grandfather and saw a bunch of family that I don't get to see very often. So we had a lot of fun. So right now I'm just gonna glue down a couple of book pages. This book page is like a picture of a coral reef, but it reminded me of what was under the water when we went looking for scallops. So there was just a lot of like seagrass down there, and we had to basically like hunt through this grass for scallops. So I went ahead and glued that down. And then these pictures are of my kids. My kids didn't actually go with me to Florida. They stayed with my mom and my grandmother up here where we live. And so my mom and my kids had like a little adventure with pumpkins and had lots of fun while we were gone. We just stayed out there for the weekend. So now I'm going to try to find, I know I had printed off like a little tiny linen, one of my linens from my shop, and I printed it off really small so I could make it into a label. So I found that, and then I went ahead and glued that on the front of the photo. And then on this page, I'm trying to figure out what else I can do with this. So I thought maybe if I just put a label here, then I could do a little bit of writing on that. But I really like this page the way it was. So I end up just sticking down a label that I can write on later. And then that's all I do to that page. So this is like a bumper sticker, I guess, of some sort. But that is the name of the marina that we went to go scalloping. And I'm just cutting a picture of a scallop out of a book page just to decorate the page a little bit. So I'm just going to glue that over those little stamps on that page because they didn't really go with the page I'm jumping around a little bit because I really walked into this not really knowing what I was going to do to this page. I had a couple of things that I thought would look cool or went with the Florida theme and the scalloping theme, but other than that, I pretty much just walked in and had a couple pictures and didn't know what I was going to do. So this is the packaging from one of those mesh bags that basically you swim with the bag and you put your scallops in the bag, which I didn't actually end up doing when we went diving off the boat because it was kind of like weighing me down and it made me nervous. So I ended up just leaving that on the boat and going without. But it was still cool, and I don't have any diving gear because I don't dive ever. so yeah, I kept that. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put this. Decided I was just going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to use it as a tab on the other page. So this is a little souvenir that I got, and it has the coordinates where we were on the bracelet. I thought it was a really cute bracelet. I don't normally wear bracelets, so I just decided to take that bracelet apart eventually, and I'll stick it on a page. So I wanted to back this picture with something so I could do some writing and to make this picture a little bit sturdier. So I had a piece of packaging from the goggles that I bought, and it had like this really cool water design on it. So I decided to back the photo with that. And then I'm going to kind of collage on a piece of ledger paper just to cover up that edge. So you'd never even know that it was a piece of packaging that I put on the back. And that's all I do to that. I do some writing on that later. And that just tucks up there. This is just another label that I decided to stick down on that yellow page because I felt like I wanted to do some writing on that page as well. Just trying to give myself a little bit of space to write. And back to the bracelet. So I commit to putting the bracelet down here at the bottom of this fabric flip. So what I'm gonna do is punch 2 holes at the bottom of the fabric, and you're gonna see in a second that this is not going to work, but I'm gonna at least try it with 1 hole. So I do that, and then I'm going to basically take the bracelet part off and just use the charm and the jump rings to hook it onto the fabric. But obviously I don't have anywhere to put the jump ring through because there's just 1 hole. So I tried to make it work, and I just like poked a hole through the fabric because whatever, but that doesn't work and it doesn't hold. So I end up punching another hole through just next to the first hole on each side, and that way I have somewhere for my jump ring to feed in and out of. I could have put eyelets in this, but I was way too lazy to go get my eyelets out, so I didn't do that. But that's okay. This seems to work fine, and I just fed my jump ring through 1 hole and out the other, and it was all good. And I especially like how it kind of ties that fabric in because the fabric has like pasta stuff on it. So it has nothing to do with what I'm journaling about, but I think it works now. So I'm just putting a piece of washi tape down on the edge of that paper so it doesn't come up, and then I'm going to go ahead and commit to this being a tag on the edge of that page. So I needed to do something else to this page, and I decided to put one of my new linens down on the page. I thought that this yellow kind of tied in with the colors of everything that I was putting on the pages, so I went ahead and glued that down, and then I'm just going to cover up the edge of that page with a little bit of washi tape. This washi tape I think came from like Happy Planner or something. I'm not sure what that is, but it's not sticky, so I had to put a little bit of glue on it first, and then I stuck it down, and that's all I do to that page. So like I said, this was a super quick journaling session, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I have lots more journaling to do because obviously I still have to catch up with August. So you will see many more junk journal with me videos coming up very soon. But in the meantime, definitely watch some of my other videos, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.